Charlotte, North Carolina, Freedom Park. Saturday, 9:06 a.m. It smelled like fresh-cut grass, rain still buried in the soil, and sunscreen on freckled skin. Coach David Mercer stood just off the sideline with a whistle hanging from his neck, arms crossed over his chest, a half-empty Yeti mug steaming by his feet. His daughter, Ava, 13, cleats muddy and face-determined, ran a sprint drill with her teammates, giggling, shouting, doing that loud, clumsy thing girls do when they're happy and trying to look cool. It could have been 1998, could have been any Saturday morning in America. The scoreboard didn't even work right. Some of the numbers were stuck. Nobody cared. Parents were lined in rows of folding chairs and tailgate tents. Someone grilled sausages behind the fence. An SUV with a broken speaker kept cycling through 90s hip-hop like a scratched CD. A couple dads tossed a Nerf football back and forth. Dogs barked. The match kicked off right on time. Charlotte heat creeping up early. The city skyline shimmered to the north, clean and untouched. Normal, beautiful, untouchable. 9:17 a.m. Ava drove the ball down the left flank, cutting past a defender with her usual burst of speed. David couldn't help himself. He let out a proud, sharp whistle. "Atta girl." She turned to look at him, grinning like she had the world figured out. And then the wind changed. It came all at once, hard, dry, and metallic. No breeze, no rustle, just pressure. David felt it in his chest first, then in the ground. Then the air stopped moving entirely. The first sound came a second later. Not a bang, not thunder, not jets. A vibration, like the sky itself was grinding its teeth. He turned his head to the south and saw it. 1, then 2, then 6, shapes, massive, black, falling slow. At first, his brain said parachutes, then military exercise. But that died fast. These weren't human. No wings, no rotors, no engines, just geometric, angular craft the size of buildings descending with purpose, and no sound but that pressure hum. All the games on the field stopped. Parents stood. A child pointed skyward. Dogs barked, then whimpered. Then something moved in the center of the sky. A pulse of silver blue, like a dropped pebble in a still lake, reality rippling. And from that ripple, something worse dropped. Larger, sharper, silent. It didn't fly, it didn't hover, it descended. And when it did, it cast a perfect shadow over Freedom Park. 9:20 a.m. David shouted, "Everybody get off the field!" No one moved at first. Half of them didn't hear him. The other half didn't believe it. Then came the first strike. Not a beam, not a missile, not fire, kinetic force. A column of blue-white energy dropped from the largest ship and cratered the west end of the field. The explosion didn't boom. It cracked, like God snapping his fingers through concrete. Bleachers, benches, part of the fence, gone. A father carrying a cooler was just erased. David didn't look back. He sprinted, screaming, grabbing kids. "Move! Move now! To the trees! Go!" Another pulse. Closer. More precise. It hit the parking lot this time. Cars exploded. Glass rained like needles. Ava was on the far sideline. David's blood went cold. He sprinted. 9:23 a.m. Ava had her hands over her ears, frozen. Her teammate Ellie was crying beside her. David shoved a man out of the way, nearly tackled a mom trying to pull her toddler from under a bench. "Ava!" She turned, her eyes wide with fear. "Dad, what's happening?" He grabbed her, slung his arm around her back, and shoved them both toward the tree line at the edge of the field. "Run! Don't stop! You understand me? Don't stop." 9:25 a.m. The ships weren't attacking randomly. They were targeting, methodical. The smaller vessels started dropping units. Not creatures, not things with claws. Machines. Tall, two-legged, matte black and sharp like they were built to cut through thought itself. And they walked in perfect formation. No hissing, no growling, no screeching, just precision. David watched one land near the scorer's tent. It scanned. It fired. One burst of electric blue, and 3 people disappeared. No blood, no screams. Gone. He dragged Ava behind a brick restroom building, heart pounding, lungs torn. A man huddled there, his leg blown off, staring at the sky with dull eyes. No screams, just shock. David covered Ava's head with his arms. "Breathe, right now, just breathe." "They're killing everyone," she whispered. "I won't let them kill you." 9:30 a.m. Screams became fewer. Not because people were safe, because most were already down. Freedom Park was smoke and fire and silence. The ships hovered like predators, scanning, unmoving, not wasting ammo, just finishing the job. David looked across the field from his cover. Where there had been children playing soccer, there were now only patches of blackened earth and scattered cleats. One of the machines turned. It saw him. It took a step, then another. "Ava, run! I'm not leaving you! Go!" She ran, and then David stood. He stood between the machine and his daughter. "Come on, you metal son of a bitch!" He picked up a piece of rebar and charged. End of Chapter 1. Red Zone.